Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never.
So it looks like the cryptocurrency exchange FTX has crashed and burned and lost $1 billion in customer funds. It appears to be a blatant Ponzi scheme.
How original.
I don't pretend to be an expert on cryptocurrency, but I genuinely tried to learn because I thought the concept was appealing. But as I learned and as I read up on it, it just didn't pass my sniff test. And this goes for a lot of things, but anytime something is overly complicated and hard to find the value of, it's usually bullshit, whether it's cryptocurrency, a stock, or somebody trying to sell you something at your front door. If it's complicated and it seems really obtuse and weird, it's usually bullshit. So when crypto first got popular, I thought the concept of it was very appealing. A decentralized currency. The way I viewed it was a hedge against the traditional system. You know, you have your traditional financial systems, and then you have this weird internet thing, which I assumed was going to mirror the traditional system. It's a hedge against it, right? When one thing goes, that's what a hedge fund is. It's a fund that generally performs better when the traditional system doesn't. That's what that means. So I assumed crypto was going to be the hedge for traditional system. But I quickly learned that crypto's results just mirror the traditional system. And not only do they mirror it, crypto crashes randomly, and then it crashes when everything else crashes. If the S&P crashes, crypto's coming down with it. But then crypto also crashes randomly when the S&P is doing well. And all of this leads me to believe that nobody genuinely values cryptocurrency. Nobody is acquiring cryptocurrency to actually use it. They are getting it with the hopes of selling it for more down the road. And you would think with all of the government money printing that the value of crypto would go up as people would lose confidence in their currency, but it's not. It just mirrors the system. And it's not even decentralized. That's the craziest thing, is that cryptocurrency effectively is just a race to centralization. Who can have the cryptocurrency exchange? Who can be the real crypto? Who could be the real Bitcoin, the real Ethereum? It's all just a race to see who's the most legitimate one and effectively the central market leader. This was most apparent with NFTs and OpenSeas. OpenSeas, from my understanding, still just dominates the NFT space. When people would get banned on OpenSeas, that was a death sentence. You are fucked because they are effectively the central power of NFTs. And yeah, it's crazy. So it may technically be decentralized, but effectively it's not. And it's worse than the centralized powers that be in the real world, because there's less people being this puppet masters. So when it does get centralized, the fate of your currency is now in the hands of even less people and is even more corruptible. The only use I see for cryptocurrency is doing illegal shit and tax evasion, or at the very least, doing unsavory things. The buying and selling of unsavory goods and services, that sometimes happens with crypto. But other than those things, I have a hard time finding a clear-cut definitive use for cryptocurrency. Now, there are some people that live in countries where where cryptocurrency is actually more stable than their government's currency, and God bless those people. But in terms of global financial money supply, that is a massive, massive minority. So besides that, it seems like cryptocurrency is kind of useless in actual use cases. Now, I'll admit, I am a complete fucking retard, but I at least understand traditional investing. I can take a Mountain Dew, drink it, and go, oh man, that sure is tasty. I bet other people will like that. So I buy stock in Pepsi, and what do you know? Other people did like that, and the value of Pepsi goes up. That is a clear show of value. Another thing that is a clear show of value is something tangible, like precious metals. I have some right here. Now, God forbid, one day, I might need to kill somebody and this thing will come in handy. Or I might just want to have some fun one day and shoot some paper targets. But these have a clear, tangible value. It's real. I'm a pretty young guy, but I've had a lot of success with investing thus far with the most boring, basic strategy of, hey, I think this thing will be valuable. I'm going to buy it and hang on to it. That's my strategy. And with that strategy, you're going to be looking at pretty modest returns of 8 to 12%. That is the average. That's not fun. I know it's boring, but it's a reasonably safe strategy. Now, you can get monster returns implementing this strategy in certain conditions with, 2020. 2020 was a very, very good year for you, boy. I bought the monster dip, the one smart thing I've done in my fucking life. I was the smartest guy in the room one time in my life. One time, 2020. So you can still get big returns just buying and holding, but you got to buy the dip. So, but that's not fun. It's not fun. But the clear takeaway to this is that, look at me. You right now watching, you're retarded. And so am I. It's okay. We're both retarded. You cannot compete with the algorithms. You cannot compete with these hedge funds that have robots and build world-class fiber optic connections around the world. You think Riot Games has the best infrastructure? No, they don't. No, they don't. Go talk to Fidelity and Vanguard and all these guys that, will do anything to shave a fraction of a millisecond off of those, high-frequency trades. You can't compete with that. These guys have satellite images. These guys just flat out do illegal shit to win. They will beat you. And when they don't beat you, they're just going to cheat like they did with GameStop and Robinhood and have a liquidity crisis or whatever fucking lie they told there. And the crazy thing is that these guys will do all of this illegal shit in the real world where there's real legal consequence and there's real regulations. In the crypto world, it's that multiplied by 1,000. You can't win. You won't win. Keep it simple, stupid. Dollar cost averaging, index funds, buying stable companies, and just hanging on, dude. Just chill, bro. You got to be okay with modest returns. I know it's not fun. I know you're not gonna. It's the get rich slow strategy, but it's really the only thing a normal person can do, because quite frankly, you're not the smartest guy in the room. I'm not the smartest guy in the room. And many of these crypto schemes, the saddest part about all this is that a lot of these crypto schemes are intentionally targeting the dumbest people in the room. So, that's my advice. Keep it simple, stupid. Crypto and anything in general, if it's too complicated and it's too obfuscated, good God, complicated and obfuscated is probably the word of the decade. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit. Always has been, always will be. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have a good one. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and join the Discord. It's free.